Just like you, I'm disappointed that we couldn't gather and spend time together on New Year's Eve. But I hope that you'll still take the time to take care of yourself and to check in with others and see how they're doing.
I am bummed for sure that we had to cancel the New Year's Eve celebration in town this year. Our hope was to shine a light on the importance of mental health.
Venue shutdowns and event cancellations have made it hard for me to do my job, which sucks because I think sharing music makes the world a better place and improves our quality of life.
To be honest, this sucks. As a full-time performing musician, I don't have any other income. This is how I support my family.
Over the last 2 years, we've definitely had a lot of cancellations of different events and recording sessions and things like that. So yeah, it's certainly been pretty frustrating.
The thing I miss most is being uninhibitedly together.
I graduated university during this pandemic, and so much of my life has felt uncertain, and I'm very anxious and exhausted by this whole thing.
I worry a lot about my security and my future in this industry.
Cancellations have been really difficult this past year, but I like to remind myself that they're done a lot of the time for the safety of others.
I'm really bummed actually that I can't play today. I miss playing for a live audience.
We had over a year where we weren't able to play any gigs or see friends and family, and this was especially difficult as I was going through my first pregnancy and gave birth to my first child.
I am feeling burnt out and uninspired.
We have this pent-up energy in our bodies that seems to only be able to be released through this medium, and when we can't release that energy, well, it can start to manifest in a lot of other ways.
As an artist manager, it has been challenging to say the least to continually pivot the careers of the artists that I work with. But the silver lining of it all, I think, has been learning about the time that we can now spend when we're not at festivals and on the road, and picking up new hobbies such as golf or cross-country skiing.
When things get tough, I try to remind myself that I live in this beautiful national park where there's endless adventure and lovely time to be spent in nature. So I hope you guys can find some peace with nature as well.
I started recording and streaming music online. It gave me a way to practice and perform my art that I could count on and didn't cause me stress. I also spoke with my doctor about how I was feeling. We changed my prescription and had fantastic results.
I recently started learning how to cross stitch. Doesn't look like much, but I'm used to hitting things with sticks, so it's working on my fine motor skills, which has been good. And also picked up juggling recently, which I'm getting better at. It's still quite tricky.
I feel humility and comfort by looking at Cascade Mountain, known as Minnehaha by the Stoney Nakoda. I feel the hug of the mountains that surround me and recognize how truly lucky I am to be here.
And one thing I've been doing to, I guess, stay sane in this time is just making sure to reach out to all my loved ones and stop that isolation that's pretty easy to happen.
I've had issues with my mental health and challenges, and so I finally went to my doctor and asked for help. And now I'm on a medication for anxiety, and that has greatly improved my quality of life, for which I'm grateful. And I'm also grateful for music.
Some ways that I take care of myself are channeling my creativity into knitting, or baking treats for my friends, and of course, songwriting.
Expressing myself through music and dance and finding moments for gratitude help me to stay grounded and move through my emotions.
What I do to best counteract a lot of the anxiety that I have about that is I reach out to my close network of friends, of people that I really trust, people I can be vulnerable with and really honest with, and I seek professional help when I need it, even when it's expensive. And I try my best to get outside.
I think the biggest thing that I've learned over the pandemic is to reach out to friends and loved ones and just talk about how you're feeling and how they're feeling, because we're not alone in this. Everyone's dealing with this in their own way, and it's important to remind ourselves of that.
I take care of myself mostly by singing. Singing is my therapy, my way of expressing my either sadness, happiness, disappointment, and yeah, also by dreaming up new plans, like for when this is all over.
To keep myself feeling healthy, I try to get outside and get some exercise. I also see a therapist alone and one with my husband.
And normalizing this conversation about the struggle that a lot of us seem to be going through. All the best to you in the new year, and we hope that you take the time to take care of yourselves, take care of each other.
So I hope that in 2022 you're able to do some reflecting and find out what it is that you need and how you can take care of yourself.
With that, I want to wish everyone a very happy new year from Banff.